Breaking. Ipob tells federal government, we want unbiased referendum on Biafra. We want unbiased referendum on Biafra. Over the past few years, Ipob's agitation for the secession of the Southeast has heightened. Amid the agitation, many stakeholders have clamored for the restructuring of the country in a bid to calm the tension. Reacting to the calls for restructuring, Ipob in a statement on Monday said it is not against restructuring, but that restoration of Biafra state is the demand of the group. The secessionist group said those benefiting from the country's lopsidedness are unlikely to aid the clamor for restructuring. Nigerian government must bear one thing in mind. Ipob is not fighting restructuring. We are not against restructuring, but our demand is not restructuring, the statement read. Our demand is restoration of Biafra state. All we need is a date for referendum to decide whether or not we want to continue with this forced marriage. Those who think Nigeria is ready for restructuring may have to think again. Those benefiting from the current lopsidedness have made restructuring impossible. They are unlikely to heed the clamor for restructuring. But for us, the only thing that can make us slow down a little is the government giving us a date for the referendum. Restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra is a divine mandate. Our internal leader, Dimchukwu Emeka Ogumegu Ojukwu, told them to restructure Nigeria. They said no and killed millions of Biafras in the war. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob did not come on board to demand restructuring. We are for total freedom and independence. Ipob reiterated that the sit-at-home order has been suspended, while warning those attacking residents of the Southeast in the name of unknown gunmen to desist. Over the past few years, Ipob's agitation for the secession of the Southeast has heightened. Amid the agitation, many stakeholders have clamored for the restructuring of the country in a bid to calm the tension. Reacting to the calls for restructuring, Ipob in a statement on Monday said it is not against restructuring, but that restoration of Biafra state is the demand of the group. The secessionist group said those benefiting from the country's lopsidedness are unlikely to heed the clamor of restructuring. Nigerian government must bear one thing in mind. Ipob is not fighting restructuring. We are not against restructuring, but our demand is not restructuring, the statement reads. Our demand is restoration of Biafra state. All we need is a date for referendum to decide whether or not we want to continue with this forced marriage. Those who think Nigeria is ready for restructuring may have to think again. Those benefiting from the current lopsidedness have made restructuring impossible. They are unlikely to heed the clamor for restructuring. But for us, the only thing that can make us slow down a little is the government giving us a date for the referendum. Restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra is a divine mandate. Our external leader, Dimchukwu Emeka Ojukwu, told them to restructure Nigeria. They said no and killed millions of Biafrans in the war. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob did not come on board to demand restructuring. We are for total freedom and independence. Ipob reiterated that the sit-at-home order has been suspended, while warning those attacking residents of the Southeast in the name of unknown gunmen to desist. Now we've come to the end of our today's news, and I read our comment. The first comment, which is reaching me, says, is Ipob legal? Is it not a prescribed organization and therefore non-existent in Nigeria, so their demand is null and void? Another comment too says, this restructuring of a thing has no head or tail. For how many years now? No sign? How come the restructuring will work? Those calling for restructuring are just wasting their time. How many times they would not demand for restructuring? A date should be fixed for referendum and allow the masses to decide. Why it's they not afraid of referendum? And the last comment, which is here, says, let the senators of the House of Rep, members from all federal constituencies in the Southeast, ask for referendum for you. and within 2 minutes it will take place. Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob cannot ask. They can campaign. Why is this difficult? Why is this process difficult to understand? You guys better quit taking Nkwero Mirio. To my dear listeners, to those that are calling for restructuring, let's talk about that. How will restructuring hold without unity? How will restructuring hold without dialogue? If this region have been requesting for referendum, for a date for referendum rather, and this is actually what they want. Is this too much for government to do, just to set a date aside and dialogue with these people, even if they cannot do it? Even if they would overhype things, and now that they are not taking things too serious, they are taking things too by force, they are using power over us. Is this the solution? Will this help the situation in the countries presently? There is no unity between all regions in Nigeria. The Hausas are not in are not in comply with Yoruba. Yoruba are not in comply with Hausas. Hausas are not in comply with the Igbo. Igbo are not in comply with Hausas. And same as Igbos to Yorubas too. Only few are related. Only few do comply. How will the restructuring hold when our leaders have been discriminating because they are at the top, because the Fulanis are at the top? The nation will benefit his own region. How will Nigeria be in a better state when things like this are going on? Nigeria will never be good if there is no unity and if they did not embrace dialogue. There is a lot for them to do. If they can't set a date aside to dialogue with this region, there can never be restructuring. And who are those who will restructure? People who are the one who does not have our interest in mind. They only have interest of their own people in mind, the interest of their family, the interest of their friends and children in mind, while they don't care about others people's interest. That is discrimination. How long do we need to continue this? To my favorite listeners, how long do we continue doing this? To my favorite listeners, please do not forget to drop by at the comment section and let's know what your opinion is all about. Thank you.